Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Divinely Transformed. My name is Lisa. Whether you're new or returning, I'm glad that you're here. Welcome to an eclipse reading for tonight. The full moon in Scorpio, flower blood moon. It's happening tonight, approximately 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, a lot of weird things happen today, and normally I go to work on Sundays, but today I didn't. I was in a lot of pain from yesterday. I was pulled to a different workstation, and I was doing a lot of stuff that required, heavy use of my fist and a lot of pressure, and it really hurt my hand and it hurt my shoulder. So my ride, she overslept, and so I was just like, well, I just took that as a sign. I'm just not going to work today. So what I did was I spent the day resting, and then after I slept until about 2:30 this afternoon, I went and I, had a spiritual bath, but also really hot bath too, so it could really rest the muscles and stuff. I don't feel like I got hit by a truck anymore, but I still don't feel quite right. But my hands are numb, and I'm having a lot of carpal tunnel symptoms here. But I did call my doctor, and I have an appointment to get the referral for the surgery. Hoping to have the surgery done sometime in June. So I won't be doing any readings when I'm off for the surgery. But I'll keep y'all posted on that when it happens. So this is probably going to be a long reading. I have several decks I'm being led to use here. This is probably going to be some kind of a love reading. They usually are. But some other messages can come through at any time. And they do. Karmic situations will probably come through. So, thank you all so much for being here. I've already said my prayers and pre-shuffled off camera, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Holy Spirit, what does the collective need to know for this full moon in Scorpio eclipse? What are the changes that are happening? So we have the High Priestess, and we have the Five of Cups. So we have someone who has Pisces somewhere in their chart who is in the Five of Cups energy. The High Priestess is someone who is highly intuitive, very, very psychic. High Priestess listens to their intuition. It's time to have patience. Consider carefully what you want before acting. So there's something going on that is making someone very sad. This High Priestess could be male or female. It doesn't have to be just a woman here, but this is someone with Pisces in their chart, and this is the time to really follow your intuition right now. Especially if you find yourself in this Five of Water energy, which is things are not turning out the way you'd hoped. You're not seeing the positive in a situation. You're crying over spilled milk. Like, whatever the situation is that's making you sad, it's not for you. So it's time to listen to your intuition. And I'll bet you your intuition is telling you that you need to leave these karmic situations. That's why you're sad. And, it's time to follow your intuition now. This could be about the second house of Taurus, self-value, self-worth, the money that you make, how you feel about your body. And it could be about the fifth house of Leo, romance, children, pets, creativity, matters of the heart, and risk-taking. So we have the moon and we have the lovers. So the moon with the lovers here, this is Cancer, and Gemini together. But someone is afraid of a divine lover's connection, or perhaps the moon is just someone that is hiding their emotions for someone. Take it how it resonates for you. It'll be different for everyone. But there is Pisces, Cancer, and Gemini anywhere in our chart involved in this situation. The moon here is card 18. It breaks down to a 9. It's about the 9th house of Sagittarius, and it's all about higher learning, universities, spirituality, religion, long-distance travel, expansion, philosophy, and psychology. In this deck, the moon card says it's important psychic insights are coming to you now. Events behind the scenes are happening. You may even be seeing some events that are happening behind the scenes, or you're feeling it or something. You're getting a lot of psychic downloads here. It's time to follow your intuition, because whatever information that you're getting is accurate. Especially if the information that you're getting and bombarded with makes you afraid, because the moon card is all about fears. It's time to release the fears that hold you back. It's time to go towards love here with the Lovers. So you could have Gemini anywhere in your chart, or you could have Virgo anywhere in your chart, or it could be about the 6th house of Virgo, which is about what you do every day, your reputation, and your physical health here. But the Lovers card, this is, your classic choice between two lovers. And in these cases, it's the choice between a karmic lover or a divine lover. And these masculines have been dealing with the karmic lovers for quite some time, the karmic counterparts. This is all about intimate relationships. It's time to carefully weigh your decisions. And something about good health is here as well that needs to be paid attention to. That could resonate with somebody there. At the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So someone's definitely dealing with a karmic water sign who is definitely not loving, not nurturing, not caring to their children, their spouse, their family, anybody. They're not giving, they're not nurturing, they're not loving, they're not psychic, they're not intuitive. They're just really manipulative, especially emotionally. And yeah. And at the top of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune here. So that's Sagittarius energy. It's time for positive change. There's a situation that is suddenly moving forward. Fortune is on your side. So the situation with these karmics, they're moving forward. There's a lot of sadness here. And it's like they're getting pushed through. So it's like an uncomfortable push. So there's some fears that are coming up here. Fears, sadness, guilt, remorse, regret, fear. The moon talks about fears, secrets, lies, the subconscious, the unconscious. And there's a lot of deep fears about a connection here. But there's something being moved forward here, and it's being pushed along by the universe. And like I said, when this shift happens, this eclipse is bringing this shift. So when this eclipse happens, it's going to be like a very difficult transition, but it's meant to get these emperors to where they're supposed to be going, getting away from these karmics here. And there is a lot of sadness, guilt, remorse, and regret going on here. So on the board we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, and 4 of them are majors. So of the majors we have Pisces, we have Cancer, we have Gemini, and we have Sagittarius. So you could have any of these signs anywhere in your chart or theirs. So clarifying the High Priestess, we have the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is all about defending yourself. Somebody needs to follow their intuition and liberate themselves from this karmic connection that they're in. This could be a marriage. This could be a long-term commitment that they've been in for a while. It's like these emperors really need to follow their intuition to defend themselves, to liberate themselves, and they're really sad about it here. But it's time to really do something, because what you've been doing hasn't been working, emperors. And I don't care if you're male or female, because the emperor energy exists in both sexes. It's about the 7th house of Libra and partnership. So this is definitely about a connection here. Like I said, this could be a marriage, this could be a long-term partnership, but somebody needs to follow their intuition and stand the fuck up for themselves, because like these karmics are really just going hardcore right now. Yeah, 8 of Swords reversed. It's time to defend yourself, and it's time to release yourself from this prison that you have allowed yourself to be put into. I don't care if you're male or female. It could be either way. But if this is resonating with you, you're definitely in a relationship with someone who is extremely toxic, extremely karmic, and you've been in it and you've been knowing it and it's not been working. And y'all haven't been taking any actions to leave it, so the universe is taking care of it. And so you're still being guided by your intuition to stand up for yourselves, to defend yourselves, to release yourselves, to liberate yourselves, to free yourself from this bondage that you've accepted with these karmic spouses here. This is coming out of mental, physical, and emotional prison, and even the prison of a marriage. It's about the 8th house of Scorpio. It's all about, this is the transformation that's needed to happen, and the universe is really pushing for it here. Because the karmic energies, they're dragging their heels on changing. They don't want to change, and they're not going to change until they're in dire situations, and then they're going to have to, focus on their karmic lessons then. In this deck, the 8 of Swords is card 14. It breaks down to a 5. It's another 5th house of Leo. Romance, children, pets, creativity, matters of the heart, and risk-taking. So I can tell you, if there's children and pets going on, and there are a lot of these situations, there is children and pets involved. And it's like families that are, these toxic families that are breaking up here. And these masculine energies have been enslaved and oppressed by these toxic karmic feminine energies. And they really just need to follow their intuition and free themselves from this bondage. It's time for freedom. It's time to liberate yourselves, because you've been enslaved for far too long in these situations. Please clarify the 5 of Cups. Holy Spirit, what are the messages for the full moon in Scorpio and the eclipse? What is the energetic push that's happening? Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. I can tell you that for these karmic relationships, by the time Memorial Day hits, there's a lot of them going to be in the process of just ending. So, clarifying the 5 of Cups is the Chariot in the reverse. So this is about being upset that there's no expansion, there's no growth, there's no forward movement in these relationships here. There's no victory and there's no success. This whole relationship was a flop. These people have invested so much time, energy, money, emotions, just all kinds of things. They've invested so much time and energy into this, years, and things didn't turn out as they hoped here, because the Chariot in reverse is there's no success, no victory, no forward movement. There's somebody here that's just only seeing the negative in the situation. They're not seeing the positive. And the positive is they're unhappy in these relationships. And these karmics are really putting so much stress and pressure on them. It's giving them an open out. If you only see it from a different perspective. And a lot of these emperors, they won out because they're manifesting and thinking and dreaming and fantasizing about a whole new life. And that's why this is happening. The universe is making way for these manifestations by force, because there's nothing happening here. There's nothing moving forward. So we got the Cancer is the Chariot is Cancer energy, and it's in the reverse. Holy Spirit, please clarify the Five of Cups. It's like this too shall pass, but it's like you just really have to heal here. Three of Swords in the reverse. There's been a lot of heartbreak, and there's been a lot of lies, and there's been no growth in these relationships. And it's really time to see things from another perspective here. It's just time to move on. That's all it means. It doesn't mean you have to suffer more by trudging through, this whole standstill with no growth and no forward movement here. It's just time to heal your heart so you can move forward on your own in a completely different direction from this Cancerian here. It's about the third house of Gemini. In the reverse, it's about friends, short distance travel, friends, siblings, and platforms and social medias, and it's definitely about breaking karmic contracts here. There's the need for it. In this deck, the Three of Swords is card 39. That breaks down to a 12. It's the 12th house of Pisces. So we got strong Pisces, we got strong Cancer, strong Gemini, and Sagittarius here. You could have these anywhere in your chart. This could be about timing. This could be a lot of things. So our birth charts and the timings of things really go into play here. Holy Spirit, please clarify the moon. So we got the Six of Cups, and we got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, there's a lot of fears about reconciling here. Six of Cups is about reunions and reconciliations here with somebody from the past or someone that you're familiar with here. And then we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. That's talking about no action being taken on this reconciliation because of the fears. I'm getting that for some of y'all, some of these emperors, some of these divine masculines, they went through a spiritual awakening very suddenly, and they were very 3D. And they really, some of y'all might be thinking that these psychic insights that you're receiving isn't real. And some of y'all might have told yourself that it wasn't real. So just know that when you did that, you went against yourself and you lied to yourself. That really could fall in line with this Knight of Swords in the reverse here, because it's all about communication and the lack of it. No action, no communication. It's like you're keeping everything to all this shit to yourself, and it's really doing a number on you, whoever I'm talking to. In this deck, the Six of Cups, it's about the 6th house of Virgo. It's about what you do every day, your reputation, and it rules your physical health. And in this deck, it's card number 45, which is a 9. It's the 9th house of Sagittarius. It's the house of higher learning, universities, spirituality, religion, long distance travel, expansion, philosophy, and psychology. There's a lot of expansion with this reconciliation, but there's really no motivation to take action here as of yet here. And that is you're receiving these psychic insights to leave this situation, to go towards another one. And this is an emperor or somebody that has just failed to do so. The Knight of Swords in the reverse. In this deck, it is card 59, which is a 14, which breaks down to a 5, which is the 5th house of Leo. Romance, children, pets, creativity, matters of the heart, and risk-taking. This person is definitely not down for taking a risk for romance at this time, or they hadn't been, but this is what this this push is coming in for, to just sort of make it happen here, because they've been manifesting new situations for far too long. They're manifesting the end, and the end is here. Yeah, clarifying the Lovers, we have the Judgment, and we have the Queen of Swords. So this Queen of Swords could be this Gemini, but it could also be another air sign, Libra or Aquarius, because it's Gemini and the Judgment. The Lovers is Gemini, the Judgment is Libra and Aquarius, so that is all air signs. So this Queen of Swords could be any of these air signs, or all of them, or a couple of them. So take it how it resonates for you. But there is a Queen of Swords here that is in the upright here, that is going to have an opportunity to make a final judgment on a relationship here. And it's in the upright, so as long as there's a conversation, then these intimate relationships can come together here. We have the Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords is in the upright, so this is not technically a bitch, but they could come off as sort of like that, because the Queen of Swords has boundaries. But the Queen of Swords in the upright is very fair. They definitely are good listeners, and they definitely will be very fair in their judgment whenever this person comes forth to communicate, to reconcile. But yeah. So the Queen of Swords is someone who is very intelligent. They're very hardworking, and they communicate very well, and they're very fair, and they're very balanced here. And they're very professional. It's Queen of Swords here. It's in good health here, because they make good decisions about their relationships with others here. In this deck, Judgment is card 52, which breaks down to a 7. It's the 7th house of Libra and partnerships. And the Queen of Swords in this deck is card 36, which is a 9. It's the 9th house of Sagittarius. So 6 and 9, it's inverted numbers here. There could be some mirroring here, but it doesn't have to be. Holy Spirit, please clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. So we have the Magician in the reverse, Gemini, Virgo energy, and we have Queen of Cups in the reverse, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, and we have the Fool in reverse, Aries and Aquarius energy. So this is the time of positive change, but it doesn't feel very good. It's a forced, uncomfortable change here, and it is directly related to all of the energy work that the Karmic Feminine has been doing. This is that black magic, that negative energy work that they've been doing. It is now boomeranged back upon them here for being over controlling and over manipulative, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, and maybe even legally for some. But these karmic feminines really overdid their power here with the Magician in the reverse. In this deck, the Magician is card 25. It's a 7. It's the 7th house of Libra and partnerships. These karmics were not fair, not balanced at all, because they did a lot of shit behind the scenes doing all of this negative spell work here. So it is this karmic energy who was really influenced this other energy not to come forth and not to communicate and talk to this person that this high priestess, male or female, wants to reconcile with. So we got the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, karmic feminine energy who is unloving, unnurturing. And they're extremely emotionally manipulative, and they're just manipulative on all levels, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, especially, and financially as well. And then we have the Fool in reverse. No new beginnings, because these masculines are getting their eyes opened up to the true nature of these karmics, that they're not going to change. And a lot of these masculines are just now finding out the truth, that these karmic feminines have been caught doing spell work in some way, shape, or form, or caught in infidelities, caught in lies, and so much is adding up against these karmics. And these masculines know that it would just be foolish to continue any kind of life with these karmics. And this push through is these sudden events. It is for the highest good of this emperor. But like I said, this push is uncomfortable because this karmic energy is flipping the fuck out, I guarantee you. In this deck, the Queen of Cups is card 20. It is the 2nd house of Taurus in the reverse, because these karmics don't have any self-value. They don't have any self-worth. I just saw 2727 on the counter. So the link is in the description box below for the angel numbers index, as it always is. But check out 2727. Very well could relate here. But these karmics, they don't have any self-value or self-worth outside of these karmic marriages. And that's when you know it's fake anyway, because it has to come from within if it's genuine. And these karmics' identities is solely on what's on the outside, and these karmics need to learn that's just not how life is. The Fool in reverse, no new starts. There's no new beginnings given to these karmics. So these karmic relationships are coming to an end with this full moon, with this eclipse energy. And I guarantee you, by the time it's fucking Memorial Day, something is majorly, drastically changed and somebody's walked away. So majors we have on the board: Aries, Aquarius, Gemini, Sagittarius, Gemini, Aries, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, and just majors only. So heavy water, heavy air, a little bit of fire. That fire is making some shit happen. So very interesting. Holy Spirit, please clarify the High Priestess for the full moon in Scorpio and the eclipse that's happening tonight at around 1 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. And the date is the 15th into the 16th. It's it'll be the 16th here, but it, you know, it's different everywhere in the world of when this eclipse is happening, but it's happening for you, not against you, but it's not going to be an easy eclipse to get through. But if y'all emperors would have made the choices that you've been guided to make before, it wouldn't be uncomfortable like this. But we have 3030 on the counter, so check that angel numbers link out. So 2 cards fell out. We got the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands over the High Priestess. So it's like, not only does this masculine need to follow their intuition about standing up for themselves, liberating themselves, and freeing themselves, but they also need to follow their intuition to take action, swift action towards the Queen of Wands here. There's major attraction here. So Queen of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. There's attraction here, but there needs to be communication and action taken. The Queen of Wands is someone who is very confident, very bold, very attractive, a go-getter type. This is a Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. This is someone who is very creative, very passionate, very hard worker, very good communicator here. And yeah. Holy Spirit, please clarify the 5 of Cups. Thank you. Yeah. There's also regret and remorse over the fact that these masculines didn't reveal their emotions that they felt towards this other person here. They stayed stuck in these karmic marriages and situations here for children. They didn't stand up for themselves, and they didn't say anything, and they didn't reveal their emotions. They kept their love a secret, and they didn't stand up for themselves against these karmics, and they're in regret over that as well, as being stuck and heartbroken, and not having any expansion in these marriages. So there's a lot of sadness that these emperors are experiencing. They're experiencing the sadness of the ending of these marriages that they've invested so much time and energy into, and they're also healing from all the lies and the betrayals and the heartbreaks from that. But they're also very upset that they kept their emotions to themselves and they didn't stand up to these karmic energies. Holy Spirit, please clarify the moon. Please clarify the moon. For the full moon in Scorpio, the eclipse, thank you. So we have the Star, we have the 2 of Wands, and we have the 2 of Pentacles over the moon. And the 2 of Wands is in the reverse, but the 2 of Pentacles is in the upright. So there's a lot of fears here about this reconciliation and this communication. There's a lot of fears about healing the situation, because these masculines know that they have taken the wrong path here with the 2 of Wands in the reverse. They made a very bad decision. And they really tried to juggle that bad decision here with this 2 of Pentacles. They just took on all that extra work and then just juggled everything. But there's a lot of fears here about communication, about choices, about apologizing. There's also a lot of fears about the end of these karmic marriages with the Death card, and at the top of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles. So there's a lot of fears over the fact that these karmic marriages and relationships have been changing and dying for a long time here, Knight of Pentacles here. Because there is no growth and there's no expansion here. Everything just keeps falling apart. And that was the way it was always designed to be, because whenever nothing's flowing and nothing's working, you're building with the wrong person here. We got Scorpio here, and we got Aquarius here for majors here. But these karmic marriages have been needing to be ended for a long time, and no action has been taken. And this is the universe coming in. Like, I'm getting imagery of like bowling, and instead of the gutter balls that have been going on here, there's about to be a strike going on here. So all the pins are coming down with these karmic marriages, and the universe is like having their energetic bulldozer just to bulldoze these bullshit connections out of the way here. Holy Spirit, please clarify the Lovers. Please and thank you. So we got the Nine of Wands. Yeah, that karmic energy is really insecure about this, and they're really against this union here. Got the bottom of the deck, the King of Wands. Top of the deck is the Ten of Swords in the reverse here. It's this King of Wands that's in this Nine of Wands energy. They're tired of dealing with this karmic energy. We have the Fool in reverse twice. So these masculines are just so tired, and they don't want to start another karmic cycle with these karmics here. There's a lot there's a lot of defensiveness that these masculines are feeling. The king we have the King to the Queen of Wands both in the upright here. And so this is like a magnetic attraction here. And so this King of Wands here is in this Nine of Wands energy. They're very irritated, and it's like they're very defensive, and they do not want to start over with these karmics. They're done. They don't want any more learning. They're done learning from these karmics. These karmics have put them through hell. So we got the King of Wands here with the Ten of Swords in the reverse. They are releasing all of that betrayal, all that hurt, and all that pain. They're just ready to get the fuck away from these karmics. Period. But, this eclipse and this full moon energy is really going to push these divine masculines to release their burdens of the betrayal and the hardship, heartache, and the pain, and everything that they've experienced. And they're just gonna say, fuck it all. I'm fucking done. And go towards this other person that they've been silent about, that they haven't taken any action towards. Holy Spirit, please clarify this Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. So when the Wheel of Fortune finally happens, these karmics are getting their justice here. That's what the Wheel of Fortune in the upright is. justice for the karmics, because clarifying the Wheel of Fortune is the Page of Swords in reverse. That's my watcher, stalker, spying, observing card with no communication here. So you better believe that these karmics are still going to be watching, stalking, spying, observing, and really just trying to stalk these masculines even still. And these karmics are under judgment from the universe here, and that is karmic justice here in the upright. So the Page of Swords and the Judgment is in the reverse, and Justice in the upright. Judgment in the reverse is Libra and Aquarius energy, and Justice is Libra. So justice is coming for the karmics. The karmics have received a lot of karma here for all of their black magic spell work, and it's really just affected them very negatively here. And yeah, at the top of the deck we have the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. There's going to be absolutely no communication between these emperors and their karmic wives here. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is someone who is greedy. They're selfish. They're money hungry. They're very materialistic. They don't take care of their home and family. And a lot of these karmics are unemployed. They're overly focused on these masculines' money. And yeah, so there's these karmics are going to get blocked financially and with communication here, with this Knight of Swords being in the reverse. And that is karmic justice for all of the spell work that these karmics have been doing. Delaying these sacred unions. The universe is pushing them out of the fucking way. I'm actually going to read a little bit from one of these books here from the Major Arcana that I pulled out from the original deck, from this new angel deck. So I really feel like they enhance the reading some. So take whatever resonates and leave the rest. So the first one we have is the High Priestess. You drew this card because the answers you seek lie in your feelings and your emotions. Trust your intuition and the power of your natural psychic abilities. They may be new to you, but it's not pretend. It's all just a different aspect of reality that just because you weren't aware of it before doesn't mean it didn't exist before. It just... I mean, many people have a spiritual awakening and then they're just never the same again. So trust your intuition and the power of your natural psychic abilities. Also pay attention to your dreams and any intuitive messages that you receive as they're accurately guiding you. Especially if you keep getting the same messages over and over and over and you've been suppressing and ignoring them for months. That is exactly what you should be doing. There's no need to race into action right now. However, instead, take time to gain more insight, since things may not be as they appear on the surface. Well, things are definitely not as they appear, and they never have been, and they never will be. All of this shit happened for these emperors to finally see the light of what has happened in these karmic relationships, why they died, why they fell apart, why they never worked, etc. Withdraw from the noise of daily life and ask for guidance from your angels and guides. Everything you need to know will be revealed to you in time. Just have patience. So these are emperors that, or anybody, but this is really just masculine energies that really need to follow their intuition at this time. If you are a Queen of Wands and a High Priestess, this could resonate for you. But in some way, and if it does, it would be work related. Additional meanings of this card. Silence is golden. Yeah, there's no communication between the King and the Queen of Wands here. But there's going to be a shift here. There's about to be communication here. And y'all just heard that ding. That is confirmation. That is the truth. Thank you. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You're just so amazing. Study spiritual topics. Keep your dreams and desires to yourself. Learn from emotional situations. Archangel Haniel is the goddess-like angel of grace and feminine spirituality, such as intuition and clairvoyance. Like a true High Priestess, Haniel will act as your spiritual teacher and advisor to aid you in discerning which feelings and ideas to follow as trustworthy guidance. Call upon Haniel to increase your clarity and connecting with the angels. So I'm getting at this time, these masculines need to shut up. They need to keep their eyes open. And when the shit goes down, they need to defend themselves where they never have before. Defend themselves and free themselves. Period. It's time to do something out of the ordinary that you have never done before. And when you do, the Wheel of Fortune turns in the favor of these divine masculines as they walk away. And it'll feel like such relief too, because a lot of these masculines are under this karmic energy and all the stress, the pressure, and the burdens that come with that. And having to deal with that bullshit every day. The moon. Everyone experiences times in their lives where they're afraid or insecure. Sometimes these fears are based on external factors you can see, and sometimes worries stem from irrational or unreal concerns. In both cases, it's important to go within and listen to your intuition about what to do next. Ask your inner self about the source of your anxiety and trust your guidance. The angel sent you this card because this is a time of powerful intuition and psychic ability. However, your greatest insights will be about yourself. Embrace this period of self-awareness to overcome past blocks that have held you back. Awaken to truths about yourself that you've kept hidden and see your brilliant light. Additional meanings of this card. It's time to pay attention to your dreams, unseen events that are affecting you. And there are definitely breaking of illusions involved here. And these karmic feminines have really done a big number on creating a really big false illusion here. Archangel Haniel has been long associated with the full moon, intuition, and clairvoyance. Call upon Haniel for help in developing, trusting, and following your spiritual gifts and divine guidance. Especially if you're scared of them because it's all new to you. Just keep going, because that is really your ticket out of this shit sandwich situation that you're in. And we have the Lovers. The card signals that a significant relationship is on your mind. It may be romantic in nature, or it may be intimate but platonic friendship. Communication is key right now, and it's important to develop trust within the relationship. You can safely share your feelings with someone close to you. It's also time to make an important decision about your life. The conclusions you reach now greatly influence your future, so it's important to weigh your options carefully. Make sure your choices are thoroughly considered and that you're able to act upon them. Additional meanings of this card: the need for balance, a return to good health, marriage and weddings. Well, this is about a breakup and a reconciliation, a second chance given by a Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. Archangel Raphael, in addition to being the angel of health and traveling, is the patron of soulmates. Raphael can help with significant relationships, including those of romance, friendship, business, and family. He can also help you manifest the soulmate partnership of your dreams. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. The angels sent you this card because of the positive changes occurring in your life. And they feel negative, but they are positive because these events are freeing you. And they're even freeing these karmics, but they're just not seeing it yet. Expect and enjoy beneficial new opportunities as they present themselves. So when these opportunities come up, it's time to take advantage of them, masculines. Take the leap with the knowledge that everything will work well for you. Old blocks are lifting and everything now moves forward quickly. If recent events shook your faith, you'll now see that they were actually positive for you. Yeah, so the endings of these karmic marriages are actually positive for you. And rapid advancement is likely now. Additional meanings of this card: good luck, a happy accident, balanced karma, a miracle, a twist of fate, and destiny. And that's exactly what this is talking about, balanced karma. Karmic justice is here for these karmic feminines. Archangel Michael is the supreme protecting angel who walks beside you through changes, giving you courage, strength, and self-confidence. Call upon Michael whenever you'd like specific guidance about your next step, especially if it's connected to your life purpose or spiritual path. So, there's three main angels here: Archangel Haniel, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Michael. They're heavily working on these situations right now, getting these situations to end so the new ones can begin. Home help. Someone needs help at home. And why wouldn't they? Especially if they're living with these karmics and these karmics aren't. They're just unbalanced and chaotic and making everybody in the house miserable, not taking care of anybody in the house. There's definitely some help that's needed at home, and that's why the universe, the angels, the divine is here at work, trying to get these old situations bulldozed out of your life now by force, since you didn't walk away from them yourselves. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for giving me the courage to ask for and accept help from you, the angels, and others in matters regarding my family and home. So there's a lot of shit going down in the homes of these divine masculines in karmic marriage relationships here. So this is about marriage. Karmic marriage is coming to an end. We have sunlight. It was a very beautiful day today. So I did just saw 52 on the counter, so you can check that angel number out. But yeah, it was a beautiful day today. So I went into the town square park area and took my shoes off, and I did some grounding, and I meditated in the sunlight, and I really felt a whole lot better after doing that for about 20 or 30 minutes. So it really is important to be getting in the sun and getting some sunlight now that it's spring and the weather is warming up. It's time to stop hermiting and isolating yourself and get out in the sunlight, because you'll feel better when you do. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me enjoy the benefits of sunshine in safe and healthy ways. Someone's staying at home too much and they need to get out more. It's time to expect a miracle. Miracles are happening with these with this eclipse that's happening tonight. So within this next week, there's a whole bunch of shit that's going to be going down, but it's a miracle that has been designed to help you move forward in your life and get all of the negative and oppressive situations, burdensome people, places, things, and behaviors out of the way so you can move forward here. So miracles are happening with this eclipse. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for your miraculous intervention and healing energy, which has restored the health of the name of the person and these divine connections. The bottom of the deck is prayer works. So Emperors, you're going to be faced with some difficult situations with these karmics here. It's best for you to stay as centered and grounded as possible so you can just flow through it. I highly advise y'all to pray and meditate and focus on what your intuition is telling you this time, and actually listen to your intuition this time, because this is divine intervention happening for you. It's time for you to take this opportunity and move forward in another direction. But it still requires your action. Holy Spirit, I lift all of these people up to you, men, women, whoever is in this situation that is really needing to stand up for themselves and really needing to free themselves from a situation. I ask that they all be comforted and guided by you to work through their fears boldly and bravely, to release themselves, to give themselves freedom and justice, so they can move forward on a new path that is happy, that is abundant, and that is meant for them. In the name of Yahweh, Yeshua, and the Holy Spirit, I praise this and I claim this as true. I praise your holy name, God of the highest order. The Most High God is so powerful. And the universe working along with the Most High God, things are happening. Yeah, and we all have free will too. But it's really time to really follow the things that you know, that the things that you know and the things that you feel, and it is time to follow your heart and follow your passions and stop staying stuck in miserable ass situations just because of responsibilities and things, because you don't have to do it from there, especially if it's making you miserable, and it definitely is and has been. And because we're not called to suffer in these lives. We choose to suffer, and we don't have to. Whenever we wake up and realize, hey, I don't have to suffer and be miserable. I can really, truly live the life that I want. And just decide to do it. What's holding you back, really? Children, you can co-parent. Maybe, if these karmics aren't too crazy. Some of them might be. And a lot of these karmic feminines I have been reading on, most of them are unfit to be co-parenting. Like, this is someone you're going to have a fucking restraining order from. For you and your children. Because these karmics are coming up in the reverse all the fucking time. So they're very, very traumatizing to everyone around them. Might be time for y'all to be getting some organic foods into you. Because when you're eating healthier substances, you're going to feel better, and you're going to be able to trust yourself a little bit more. You're going to be able to feel better enough to be able to make better choices, and instead of feel like shit and be overwhelmed with worry, fear, and negative emotions. Like these karmics are really pushing all of that onto these masculines at this time. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for supporting my desire to consume and use organic products. So I really can't stress enough just how much food is important. And I don't always consume the best foods either, but I'm really working on it. Oh, here's another card down here. We got the moon in reverse. We got the moon in the upright and the moon in reverse. So, someone is releasing their fears. These masculines, they're facing their fears. And they're doing what they know that they need to do now. Exercise is key. So it's time to exercise and eat healthy right now. And pray. And get into some sunlight so you can feel better about yourself, your health, and everything around you. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for motivating me and guiding me to an exercise program that fits my schedule, interests, and budget. So when you're not exercising, when you're not eating properly, you're not feeling good. And we got children here, so there's definitely children involved in this situation. And we got hydration here. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me to help children. So yeah, these masculines are leaving these karmic situations to help the children, because I really think that it's really getting to be really bad, and it's getting to be really abusive. And I think that that's when the emperors are going to stand up for themselves. And the emperors are showing up as the High Priestess today. So it's like, that's how you go into your emperor energy. When you follow your intuition to do what your intuition is leading you to do, that is when the King of fucking Wands becomes the emperor. And they're very much respected. They're very, very abundant. They're very mature, practical, wise, stable, honest. And they're energetically and physically good whenever the emperor is in the emperor energy and in the emperor power here. Hydration. So it's time to be drinking more water. So we got water, food, and exercise here. That's extremely important. So there is an emphasis on someone's health here. Health keeps coming up. So it's time for y'all to be focused on getting healthier. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for motivating and guiding me to drink more water so that my health, energy, and appetite stay at optimal levels throughout each day. And I know it is very difficult to make this transition as a person who has constantly indulged in a lot of bad foods my whole life, and still do a couple times a week. But there was a time where, like, I just refused to consume anything healthy. And now that is approximately 80 to 90% of my diet is healthy food now. So, if I can do it, you can do it. And I love donuts, I love cake, I love cheesecake, and, all that stuff. And I love pizza and, sandwiches, but, they weigh me down and they make me feel like shit. So I really need to limit how much of that shit that I eat, and I do. And sometimes it does get difficult because, sometimes I get this overwhelming feeling I just want a fucking donut or something. And sometimes I act on it and other times I don't. But you know what I mean? Like, when you're doing that too much, like, you're really just consuming all of that food, and it's low vibrational food. It makes you feel like shit. It makes you feel tired. It makes you're in pain, like you're exhausted, like you can't think straight. So really drinking the water, changing the diet, getting the exercise, getting in the sunlight. And I don't see getting more sleep here, but if you're not getting enough sleep, that is definitely going to help too. It's going to help you. It's going to help your children. But these karmic homes are in emergency. They're in DEFCON 1 mode, and shit's melting down. And it is designed by the universe, because these karmic marriages were never meant to last. Holy Spirit, what is the final guidance? Thank you. Not these. Now is the time. Times of changes are here. But I'm going to actually clarify not these. Holy Spirit, please clarify not these with tarot. Eight of Cups. Yup. Eight of Cups with the Ten of Cups in the reverse, with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So, the time has come for these Emperors to leave these karmic feminines behind that they're married to. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Leave these karmic marriages behind because they overworked in these karmic marriages and they lost it all. They lost finances, they lost opportunities, they lost a lot. And now these Emperors are walking away, and now's the time for that. So we got not these. So y'all are going to be hearing from some Emperors pretty soon. Waiting for the shifts of the universe here. Not these. It means necessity, and the key word is time. It is necessary to leave. It is time to go. Not these is tied to unalterable necessity. It is an unalterable necessity to leave these karmic marriages behind and stop working on them. And thus with time and fate. The sand flows through the hourglass. Just as days and events flow through our lives, we cannot stop the flow of time. And we must submit ourselves to the rhythm of nature. The card carries a strict teaching. We must accept our destiny. It's time to accept our destiny. And leave these karmic marriages behind. Stop giving them money. Stop supporting them. Stop living with them and you know, stop keeping these karmic families together because there is nothing but loss here. Discipline and sense of duty are our allies, and everything has its moment. The moment of not these is that of waiting and reflection. Well, there's no waiting. I mean, it's like these masculines are just going to like go into like this intuitive mode if they follow that, and they're going to follow that the whole way away from these karmic marriages and going straight towards their divine counterpart, straight towards love and attraction and a brand new beginning. Do we know how to wait and endure? Yeah, they definitely do. Because now the universe is coming in with the bulldozer. Could patience be our ally? Excuse me. Are we able to apply ourselves and concentrate in order to solve the problems life has in store for us? So, now we're going to see a bunch of King of Wands turn into the Emperors. But that's only if they choose to. It's all about choices. The rune makes us disciplined and focused and is excellent for studying and for those facing an exam. Yeah, this is definitely the universe's exam for these divine masculines. Are they going to pass or fail? Well, the universe is really just kind of going to make shit happen by default for a lot of them. Just creating an abrupt ending. Boom. So, that's what I have for y'all. Thank y'all for supporting my work and my channel and all the ways that you do. I appreciate y'all so much. And if you're an Empress here and you're waiting on an Emperor here, don't focus on it. Just focus on your work, your life, everything that you're doing. Don't concern yourself with this here because that's on them. This is their situation to clean up. This isn't anything for you to focus on, for you to overthink about. But just know that you'll be hearing from this person soon. Many of y'all. Especially if any parts of this reading has resonated with you in any way. So anyhow, I hope y'all have a wonderful week, 2 weeks, whatever that this eclipse energy is going for. It's especially going to be very, very strong for the first 7 to 8 days, but it could have its energies reach out to 2 weeks and even beyond. So be expecting some major changes and huge tower moments and huge changes in relationships. Old relationships ending that needed to end, and new relationships forming that need to start. So I hope that y'all have a wonderful, just a peaceful time through this transition is what I want to say. And I'll be talking to y'all soon. Thank you.